So we can see EnsureCreated has the following features, which is it will create the database and table for you depending on your model classes, such as DB set. So if we have a look at our code over here, we can see we are declaring a DB set, essentially a table of students. Student, say the class, which we've defined here. So you can see my database already has a students table in here. So let's say now that I delete this table. If I select this table, students table, and delete it, so this has now disappeared from our SQL Server environment over here. So now what we'll do is we'll go back to VS Code, and within here you can see that my main method is here. This is where I'm creating a school context. So this is going to be over here. So this is our public class. So what we're doing here is we're creating a new instance of it. And once this is created, we can use the context, which is this variable here, access the database property, and then call the EnsureCreated method. So this will hopefully create the table for us. Now, even if the database didn't this, so our database is called school, it would actually go ahead and create the database for us as well. So as you can see here in Management Studio, we don't have the database here. So what we'll do is go back here and simply by running this code, so this will be useful if you run this code on a machine that doesn't have the database or the table created, EnsureCreated over here will go ahead and create that table for you. And you can also notice I'm adding in some dummy records. So I'm checking if the context student has any records. If it doesn't, then basically add the following 3 records within the database table. So we'll run this and the code is just running and it's finished. So now we can see some records have been added in. So we are making the assumption the table would have been created. So if we go here, what we can do is we can just select the tables and refresh, and we should find the students table in there. And if I do the top 1000 rows, and you can see our database table exists. Going back to EnsureCreated, so you can see ensure the database and the table is created. So that's the purpose of EnsureCreated. It creates the database and all the table based on your model classes DB sets. So here, as you saw, we have a DB set of students. It went ahead, created that for us.